Mic is on, right? Let's see. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me okay? Hello, hello. I rap? No, I don't rap. I drive trucks, so that's what I do. That's what I've been doing for about 11 years. Been a career truck driver my whole career. Let's see here. 1 second. Oh shit. There we go. Sorry about that. Do you rap? I don't know if you guys can hear me. Let me know. Please let me know if you can hear me in chat. Just tell me if you can hear me or not. I would assume you can. I don't know. So cool. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So I'm just hanging out late night. I'm not doing much anything. So just doing things and chatting with some people, and hope everybody comes and hangs out. And if you want to, you can ask me questions, ask me what I do, make fun of me. I don't care. Whatever you want to do. So just hanging out in a truck stop. It's the weekend. Get to go to work tomorrow. I was thinking about actually streaming tomorrow. I'm not sure. Not sure if anybody wants to watch a guy go drive all day. That's literally what I'll be doing tomorrow is driving. So, but I actually got kind of picture in the bottom corner of your screen there. That's what I do. Kind of like samples of what I do. And I haul lots of stuff from all over the country to wherever it's got to go. So I'm streaming both live on Twitch and YouTube. So if you use Twitch or you're on Twitch, you can give me a follow if you want. I do. Yes, I do. I do. I do a lot of low bed freight, a lot of oversize, mainly doing construction equipment, and do ag equipment too. So you drive CDL as well. You haul car as well. Hello, parking lot. How are you? How are you? I had a cousin that did parking lot for a bit. Stars? No, I'm not stars. Oh, you're stars. Are you stars? Are you stars, player? So what are you doing? You doing parking lot now? Well, I mean, I get that now. Just hanging out over here in Albert Lee. I used to do a lot of the stiff on the streaming. Man, I lost contact streaming. I stopped doing it for a long time. Now I'm just kind of back, kind of doing my thing, hanging out. I don't expect anything out of it. It's just cool to have people to hang out with. What's going on, Bane? How you been? Just up late night. Can't sleep for shit. Doing great, sir. Doing great. Just preparing for tomorrow. I got a long drive to Tennessee, so you're off work. You get Friday, Saturday, and Sundays off. Well, look at you, 4 days a week. It's like you're part-timing or something there, Stars. I've been trying to catch those streams, man. Although when you're on, I'm working or something like that. So it's been a minute. I guess it's good to have both Twitch bets. Nice, awesome. What'd you stream tonight? I know I've been busy as shit lately, so there you go. Trey playing with you, or is it just you and Alpha and a couple guys? There you go. That's what's up. Part-time for trucking. I only work 40 a week, and I'm paid for it an hour, so it works out. Oh, 41 an hour. Hell yeah, that's kick-ass, dude. Glad to hear it. Sorry, I cleaned house a lot, man, on my Discord, so I've been out of Discord a lot. So got my alerts and shit set up. Sweet. So yeah, I know. I was looking into Bellwright, playing Bellwright for a bit, but I don't know. Is it pretty good or is it kind of eh? Okay, kick ass, dude. That is what's up. I'm trying to get my text to speech to work for YouTube too, so I can kind of do this going down the road instead of having to look at the screen the whole time. So not trying to kill people. I don't want to kill people. Not cool, man. Not cool. Yeah, I've been hauling a lot lately. Been doing let's see, what else have I been doing? I think I hauled a tractor today. Yeah, I hauled a tractor today. I just picked up a sprayer, so it's going. I haven't, no. I've been trying to get on with you. Oh, I know. Yeah, it's been a bit. I don't know if you know, I got married like last year, so I've been. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's been a bit. Well, yeah, we need to catch up and hang out. I haven't. No, I live an hour and a half south of there. No, it's been a minute. Like I said, I live in the middle of nowhere. I have a couple of neighbors. They keep to themselves, and my other neighbors that are around my property, like on my backside and stuff like that, are like cows. So I don't have a lot of action. Nice, kick ass, dude. Yeah, it's been a minute. Glad to hear that you got yourself a cool house. I know you deserve it, man. You've been through some shit. I actually streamed for like an hour prior. I was just setting some things up and testing things out, see if this text to speech is going to work. I might go walk around a truck stop. Might go get me something to drink. Kind of what I want to do. Thinking about it. Is my phone charged enough? I don't know. I got 37%. Is that going to be enough, you think? That's crazy. Yeah, I decided that I was just going to live in the middle of nowhere. Like I live in the country, so. But I don't live in anywhere near like a city. The closest technical city to me is Mount Airy, and that's in North Carolina. So I'm like 30 minutes from there, something like that. And I live close to Hillsville, but uh, like pretty much any town is going to be about a 15 or 20-minute drive for me. Discord. Hold on, let me see what you got. Oh yeah, got the vaulted ceilings and stuff. That's what's up, dude. Kick ass. What is that, like a 4,000 square foot house? That thing's huge. Ah, I was close. I was like 100 off. Bet you, bet you that's costing you a pretty penny on real estate taxes every year. 2 acres, not bad, man. Kick ass. You barely get that in the suburbs, dude. You got a steal there. I got Really? Okay, okay. Yeah, I know it's a little different up there. I live in a totally different county. Like I live next to Henry County, so I live in between Carroll and Floyd and Henry County. So, but hell, my real estate taxes are cheap as shit. I think they're like less than 1,000 a year. But I got like a 5,000 square foot house on a. Oh fuck, dude! Did you drop cash on that, or you got mortgage? That's crazy. Jesus, dude. That's the way to go, though. Smart man. That is the way to go. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, might as well enjoy it while you can. Kick ass, man. That's pretty awesome. I haven't been, I haven't been up that way in a bit. I need to get, I need to get going on my house. I got to finish my basement out. I got a whole basement just waiting to be molded into whatever I want it to be. And then I got, there you go. You got it in a trust. That's probably going to be the best way. Put everything in a trust so you don't have to go worry about probate. Yeah, yeah, I remember. You're also my life insurance agent, so I know. It's been a while. I haven't even checked what that thing's up to yet. Although my stocks are doing great. Yeah, I remember you were doing insurance brokering and stuff for a bit. You were doing like insurance, selling insurance. I don't know. Are you still selling insurance, or are you just doing financial stuff now? Dude, that's a big. You're playing the office politics. You're in that white collar sector, man. My wife's doing a white collar job. She does work from home. She's been doing she does like medical auditing and stuff like that for like medical devices and medical companies. So she does all that stuff. She doesn't travel. She does like all the project management stuff and things like that. So she's making pretty good on that. I mean, it's not like we're like swimming in money, but we're doing pretty good. There you go. You deserve it, man. I know you was out of town a good bit. You were always out of town. You were always like on the go. I remember that. I'm still glad that everybody's still doing good. So that's all that really counts. Everybody's doing good. Everybody's happy, healthy, not homeless. So I think that's good. But yeah, you ain't lying. Ah, my oldest just turned 14 today, and then my youngest is going to turn 13 in 2 months. So my youngest is annoying as shit though sometimes, which I guess it's like 12, 13-year old stuff. So I married with a pre-started family. They are not like my biological kids, but I claim them. So I actually have a good mother-in-law too. Oh yeah, I got a pretty good mother-in-law, pretty good father-in-law. Unfortunately, their marriage just fucking went to shit. I think last year it went to shit, and they just divorced last year in September. Holy shit, it's been that long. They were living in Arizona, and then my father-in-law moved to Tennessee to be with his other daughters, and my sister-in-law lives in Massachusetts. My wife's still currently living in New York, not by choice. So I haven't been able to live with my wife in 5 years. So we've been married for almost 1, we've been together almost 5, and never got the pleasure of living together full time. Legal shit. We got kids involved, so we have to get a lawyer, which is going to cost us out the ass to do. And then in order for us to move, thanks state of New York, appreciate that. So I've been dealing with that. Got to come up with about $6,500 that I cannot just pull out of my ass, because the last couple of years have been pretty decent, but there's some things that kind of hit us hard and stuff like that. So I've been kind of behind. I think 23 was my hardest year because I was in between jobs and I wasn't getting paid a lot. When I did find a job, I was trying to do some local stuff for a bit. Got screwed on that. So we're still saving up. Hopefully taxes will help us out. Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Like, I'm doing equipment stuff. So if you kind of look there in the bottom, that's kind of what I do now. I haul equipment. I've been doing that almost 3 years. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's been a bit. Well, like I said, we need to catch up, man. Oh, that's what we're doing it. Yeah, we're keeping at it. We're gonna keep doing it. Or I'm actually started a business. It's probably like my 5th business. Say the word. Want to come see you? Come hang out? Yeah, we can definitely do that. Oh, look at that. Oh, what do we got? Hold on, I'm gonna show you. There's some livestock haulers that one guy just pulled in. He's hanging out, just doing stuff. That's interesting. Too damn cold. Lizards don't exist anymore, man. They got all high tech. It's like in the teens up here. I'm in Minnesota right now. I've done most of my career up here. Most of my career has been up here. Yeah. All except for 2 years has been based out of Minnesota. And about 6 months when I was working local. But so 2 years, 6 months. I've been doing this for 11 years. Yeah, that'd be great. I'm tired of this cold. I wish winter was over. It's a pain in my ass. I don't want to do it no more. I've been working in like negative 20 to negative 40 degree with wind chill here a lot lately, and it's not been fun. It sucks. Thinking about going in and fuck it, we're gonna go take a walk. I'm gonna get the fuck out of this truck for a minute. Where's my keys? Oh, they're in my pocket. Perfect. I'm gonna put my phone up here for a minute. Yeah, I've been working. There we go. Yep. Just trying to keep up with chat as I go here. There we go. I'm gonna go get me a drink. Not an alcoholic kind. There's me truck. That's what I do now. I've been having fun with that. Been driving a Peterbilt for a bit. That's about. I think I've only drove Peterbilts my whole career, really. Here, let me go ahead and put the do a rear camera as we walk here. Just some. It's not for everybody. I've always loved driving ever since I was able to drive. Plus, it's something about trucking and making things being the backbone of the economy, really. Because if, think of it this way: if we didn't roll, we didn't do anything, and all trucks just stopped, then there would be no people would be shitting their pants because there's nothing on the shelves. They can't get their stuff. Hey, guy, you gonna freaking go? Thank you. I thought he was gonna run my ass over. I know my camera's probably shitty looking, and I'm sorry if it is. I hang out in truck stops during the night. Sometimes rest areas, but mostly truck stops. But hell, I've been interested in doing this job for a long time. Hadn't really got old. I guess that's why I'm starting a business in trucking. We already got 2 trucks. I have 4 business partners, one of which is my wife. And the other 3 all my best friends. But I also went into business with people I can trust and people that's not going to fuck me. So we got 2 trucks, working on a few more. We're just kind of starting slow. Well, we got 1 truck working now, the other one's in the shop. And one's... no, it's not. It is not mine. That is the company I work for. I yet to get my own truck. So that's just the nature of the beast, really. I'm hungry. I hadn't really ate today either. Need to eat something. Let me see. We got like hot boxes. There's all the hot boxes. I got a little Sbarro hot box. This is like one of those high-end, those higher-end truck stops. I wish we had more long hood trucks. We have 1 long hood truck. Oh shit. Okay, interesting. They got McDonald's and Taco Bell and stuff over there too. Then they got the bar and stuff across the truck stop. He's like way the hell over there. So, what the hell? There we go. Trying to figure out what I want to eat. Well, want to drink. I do. I do. I've been playing a lot of simulators lately, actually. I've been doing like, there's this one simulator that I play. It's called Out of Ore. It's like a heavy equipment and mining simulator. And it's like basically a sandbox. It's open world sandbox, and the maps are huge. You can do anything you want. I play with a controller a lot. And we've been playing Fallout 76 too. So I'm still looking into Starlink for a truck. What do I want? Like, I want something to drink, but I just don't know what the hell I want. I don't know what I want. I do. I do. That's what I've been doing for years, actually. I got like a 200 gig hotspot, I think. So I kind of watch what I do, which I only play on the weekends anyway. I have this rule: I don't play during the week. And my weekend starts as soon as I'm done Saturday, usually. Unless I'm stuck somewhere for the weekend, then it's Saturday and Sunday. but I still have other things I got to do, like laundry, clean the truck, do grocery shopping, which I usually Instacart to the truck anyway. So believe it or not, Instacart delivers pretty much anywhere. Like they'll come straight to my truck no matter where I'm at. I've been at customers and ordered Instacart because I've been staying overnight and stuff like that. Usually about 6 days a week to doing about 3,000 to 3,400 miles a week. So it's quite a bit. Yeah. Yeah, I think if you average it out, say like 3,200 a week, so 3,200 miles a week, so that's 6,400 in 2 weeks, so that's 12,800 in a whole month. So 12,800 miles a month. And do the math for the whole year. But also keep in mind that I don't like when I stay out for a month, month and a half. I go home for about a week. So every other month I'm taking a week off. So I think I take about 6 weeks, so a month and a half off a year, besides vacation. And I've taken vacation here that was paid one time, and I've been here for 3 years. So it's been crazy. I don't know exactly what I want to do here. Oh, they got a whole rotisserie chicken. I'm good. I don't think I want to eat a whole chicken. Yeah, we got into a D&T campaign too. Oh, so we're doing that like every other Saturday now. Wait. So what we're planning on doing is we're starting the business, which we've already started the business. But what I want to do is what we're starting out doing is we're going to lease our own fleets. So my business partner is going to lease his trucks to the company he's with, and then I'm going to lease my truck to the company I'm with for now. And then once we get enough trucks and get enough money and revenue under our belt, we're going to actually, while we're in the process of leasing the fleet on, like each truck, we're going to have our own authority that we're going to let age. And then once we got enough money and we're ready to go and we're stable, and because we already got like stuff in the defense sector, a lot of stuff in aerospace sector, some stuff in ag. I got my hands in the oil field right now. So I got some people that I've been talking to. Eventually, once we get to that point, we're going to have some contracts, like some stuff with like Lockheed and Raytheon and stuff like that. I'm going to try to see if I can get in with Oshkosh too, but we get all that stuff, get that done, and then go out on our own and see what we can accomplish there. We're also, my business partner has some ends on the wind sector, so we'll be trying to get in, hauling blades and turbines and stuff like that. So that'll be fun. Gonna be bigger stuff, more axles, but it pays a lot more money. Because you got to think a driver that's a company driver that's pulling a windmill blade, like just turbine blades in general, if they're pulling blades, they can average anywhere between 3,000 and 4,000 a week bring home. And that's as a W-2 employee, not a contractor. Imagine what the company's getting paid. And them guys are hauling like 2 blades a week. So, but we got some ends. We're gonna see what we can do. And then eventually what I want to get to do, like when I'm home like full time, what I want to start doing is when we build our company terminal, we're going to have our shop. We're going to actually open that to the public. So we'll have 2 businesses. One is truck repair, truck and trailer repair, and then you have, of course, the trucking company. And then we have a main business that's going to start buying a lot of other businesses, and we're going to invest and get them good. And I want to give back to like people who want to run small businesses. So like employees that have a dream, or somebody that has a dream to actually run a business. and wants to be like running one of these businesses, and then eventually get them set up, get them trained, get them, get them set right, and then once we're ready to exit, they'll have a chance, they'll just buy us out or whatever. So that'll be good. That's kind of what I want to start doing, is just buying businesses. And you can make a lot of money off of that eventually. So but hopefully at some point we'll be doing a lot more than what we are now. It's just a little slow going. We've been in the process of doing this for about 2 years now. Although I have been investing a lot in the stock market lately. I've been putting a lot in my Roth, and my Roth is actually on top right now. It's been doing really good. A lot of mutual funds. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds. Less in stocks, more mutual funds, things that pay dividends. And then every quarter when I get dividends, it actually gets reinvested back into the Roth. So that's kind of like it's like new guys that coming in. It's like, look, man, I know you get like a 401k or retirement, but if we already know that we already know you're not going to retire with the company you start with. So it's best to just start your own Roth IRA now, and then when you're young and getting the right funds and stuff like that, by the time you retire, you can live off everything and don't have to worry about it. Ooh, is that tea? Ooh, I might get me a tea. I'm still undecisive what the hell I want. There's so many choices. It's not like there's a shit ton. It's like a whole wall. Look at this shit. It's like it just goes. It just goes on and on. You too, sir. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope you have a good sleep, and we'll talk to you later. Just hanging out. 1 second, everybody. Hope it doesn't mess up my deal. Does that work? Hold on. 1 second. What the fuck is going on? Because make tries anything. There we go. That worked. Cool. I don't know what this thing was doing. I don't even know. 1 second. I gotta actually go to my YouTube and see what's going on. Jesus. I don't know what this thing is doing. 1 second. I know it's probably not doing all that great. Okay, cool. I gotta refresh my connections here. My TTS isn't working for YouTube, so sorry. It wasn't connected. It wasn't connected for some stupid reason. There we go. Sorry, everybody. Just in the truck stop hanging out. Really all I'm doing right now. Sorry about that. Been having some crazy shit going on here. Where are we at? just trying to figure out what I want to drink. I have no idea. Like, there's a shit ton of choices. You got to see this. Like, it's wall. Like, this goes on forever. It just goes. It goes and goes. You would think, like, there used to be a really, like, a crap ton of choices back in the, like, well, actually, no, it wasn't a crap ton of choices. I take that back. It was, like, very limited what you had. And it's like, you could easily make up your mind. Now there's, like, so many choices, and you're like, okay, what the fuck do I get? It's not the same. It's not the same as it used to be. God, am I showing my age here? I think I'm going to start figuring, like, looking at topics and maybe start talking to you guys about these topics during live streams. That would be great. That might actually be pretty good. Maybe more interactive for everybody. Everybody be cool with that. Milky Way. Do I want a Milky Way? No, I'm good. No candy bar. No candy bar. No idea what I want. Is there... Holy shit, they got Cheerwine? No way. Cheerwine's a thing of the South, man. They shouldn't have that up here. Surprising they got Cheerwine. Holy crap. I thought, no, that's a South thing. Come on, people. I think we're going to go with a green tea. We're doing a green tea. Fuck it. Let's do it. I'm hungry. I don't know. Maybe I just wanted a snack. Yeah, snack. Snack will probably do better. Get me a snack. Now we go to the snack aisle and see exactly what they got and how much time am I going to take to decide what the hell I want there too. They got Southwest Seasoned. Southwest Seasoned Dots Pretzels. Yes, I will. I don't mind if I do. I love Dots Pretzels. They are awesome. Let's see what else we got here. Teriyaki. No, well, maybe. Sweet and hot. That's a teriyaki. Maybe, yeah, just a little teriyaki. That'll work. All right. Let me go over here and pay. What the hell is this shit? Golly, there's even more. Kombucha? The heck is kombucha? Oh, hold on. Joe Soda, what's up? Oh, this is the expensive shit. I am good. I'm good. Hello. How are you? Okay. Let's see here. I gotta All right, heading back to the truck. Let's turn this around so you guys can see. I'm gonna go with the rear. Just doing some walking. Can't sleep. Up late night. It's kind of how it goes, it seems. Can't sleep for shit tonight. So I thought I'd just stay up and try it again and see how it goes. There we go. There we go. Huh, fuck. Do what I want you to do, damn it. got me some snacks. Doing some late night snacking. I shouldn't, but I am. My bad. Yeah, that works. Perfect. Just hanging out in the truck stop. Sorry if it's a little blurry. Walking back from the store. Kind of how truck stops look in a way. I don't know if you guys can see. There we go. Had some viewers on Twitch earlier. Trying to test out some features that I've added to my stream. So, you see what I'm doing. I got some stuff in the bottom corner there. Feel free to give me a follow if you like. Or if you're on YouTube, you can sub. If you'd like to hang out again. You can also like me on YouTube. That would be cool. Go back to my truck here. Go back to my nice little 389. It's warm and comfortable. I like it. Oh, shit. Why is this not focusing? Hold on a second. Oh, because it's freaking autofocus. That's why. There we are. Looks like livestock haulers hanging out. It's cold as shit. It's cold, everybody. Hold on, I'm going to put you back on me for a minute. There we are. Let's see. I don't want people knowing what truck I drive. Obviously, you can tell, but you'll never know. Oh, you'll never know what company I work for. Maybe you will. There we are. No twig and stick cab over. I drive a 389. It is a manual. Holy crap. Hopefully that didn't interrupt the stream. I went and got some snacks. I'm hungry. It's late night. I can't sleep. Now, no twin stick for me. I do know how to drive one. I don't want to drive one, and I would not wish that on my worst enemy, dude. I've just been hanging out in my truck, and let me see. Can I just flip this where you guys can see? Hold on, let me see. Let me try it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that works. Hell yeah. Let me flip it so it's like 1x so you guys can actually see. There we go. Maybe I should have flipped that to begin with. Look at that. Some livestock haulers. I'm at a truck stop. You're not going to be able to see much and a lot going on, but I thought I'd at least give you something else to look at besides my ugly mug. How's everybody doing tonight? I am also live on YouTube. Nope, I am in Minnesota. Just hanging out in Minnesota for the night, and then in the morning I get to go all the way to Tennessee. So I haven't been to Utah in a bit. Beautiful country. I like going out west. I don't like going out in the winter because they always like to shut the highways down and chain laws are always in effect, so I'm good. I like to make money, not sit around. I've been working in specialized freight for the last three years as far as equipment goes. Other kinds of specialized odds and ends. I've been doing that for Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But as far as specialized freight in general, I think I've been doing specialized for, including equipment now, for about 6 years. I've been enjoying it every single bit. And you can see kind of in the bottom left corner there of the stream, you'll see where what I've been hauling and what I've been doing, all the kinds of equipment that I haul. You'll also see the biggest thing I've ever hauled. But you can see what kind of truck I drive. That combine right there that I just cycled is the biggest thing I've ever hauled. It's about, it was 14.8 tall, and it was 16 wide. You in the industry there, Jeffrey? Oh, that D6 was fun. Okay. Did you get out or retire or just decide to quit? Let me turn the camera back around. Oh, no, that's not good. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. Yeah, I hope that never happens to me, but I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. That sucks, man. I know there's guys that get out every day that have had issues before. A lot of medical issues that come up for them or something like that. Kind of sucks. Especially guys who love being in the industry and their whole career gets taken out from underneath of them. Yeah. Kick ass. So you went to Arizona. Nice. Very nice. I've been to Arizona in a bit. My in-laws live down there. I hadn't been there in a bit. It's actually probably warmer than here. It's been like in the negatives here lately. So I was thinking about streaming tomorrow. Oh yeah, Flagstaff. Yeah, they get hit with snow quite a bit. If it's right weather, they will get hit with snow, but it's not like it's a all the time thing. So I like going to that Little America up there in Flagstaff. That Little America is freaking awesome. They got some good food. Not a lot of parking, but still good food. I like the Little America in Wyoming too. Probably one of the best. Probably one of the best elk burger. Was it elk? So I think they have elk in Flagstaff, and they have bison in Wyoming. Wait a minute. But every time if I get a chance and I'm out on 80 in Wyoming, I will stop at Little America because they always try to they make their food fresh. Oh, you're missing out. It's good stuff. If you live in Arizona and you get a chance, go up there to Flagstaff, try out the Little America. It's good food. It's been a minute since I've been up there, like I said, but I do like it where it's warm. I always tell my friends, they're like, "Oh, I love winter." I'm like, "You kiss my ass. I would rather sweat my balls off than freeze my ass off. I'm good. I hate cold. I've been dealing with it for 8 years, 9 years now. I don't like it. I still got to deal with it. I got to work out in this shit. So, as you can tell, this is what I do. I love what I do. It's fun. See? So that's the sprayer I just picked up today. That's our first picture. There you go. There's that was a cedar or a I think it was a cedar or a planter. No, it was a planter. So that planter was pretty big. It was about 15 tall. About 13 wide, 15 tall. That was an interesting machine to haul. That was actually goes on the back of like pump trucks or something like that. It's like a pump, some sort of pump. That was a soil compactor there, that Cat product. That was the very first Kloss Jaguar prototype that came to the U.S. that I got to haul. Now that it's here, I can talk about it. That one there was the biggest and widest I've ever hauled. That was 16 wide. I was grossing about a 115, and that was a track combine. That was another combine that I pulled. I do a lot of ag equipment, if you can't tell. I love it. It's actually the first time I've gotten some activity. Oh, that's that John Deere excavator I hauled. I get to like drive things. That's one cool thing about hauling equipment. You get to drive it. Yeah, I got a cousin that runs reefer. He was a parking lot before. He ran a parking lot for a few years. Then he had to go he did dry van for a bit. He did tanker for a bit. He said he pulled an end up for a little bit. But now he's been running reefer for quite a long time. And he's actually an above the knee amputee, and he's still going. He said he hates it that he's got to drive an automatic, but he's forced to because of his disability. But that dude don't stop. He actually every day he'll go to the gym when he's working. Like he splits his clock, and he'll go for 2 hours, and he'll hit the gym, and he'll do he's like, today's leg day. I'm like, you got to be kidding me, dude. You're going to work out all fucking week? He never takes a break. I think he takes like one, maybe a day and a half. I'm sitting there like, how the fuck do you do it? Like, I pull open deck, and I get a hell of a workout. Oh, yeah, wiggles suck. I pulled some wiggles for a bit. I did that. I did it one time. I was supposed to be working for a heavy haul company at one point, and it was like winter. It was slow, and they pulled like they did a lot of bridge projects, so I pulled a lot of long stuff. And it was like I pulled wiggles once. That was a interesting experience. Was not the most fun experience, but it was interesting nonetheless. I can say I pulled wiggles. And that was like one of the reasons why I got doubles and triples on my license is to do that so I can make money. But mainly, if you're a heavy hauler, doubles and triples is required because you got to like to pull multiple axles because you're pulling Jeeps and Stingers and stuff like that. So it's an articulating vehicle. And if it's an extremely long trailer, you have to be LCV certified. So you have to go take a class and get the certification to do long combination vehicle. But that's kind of what I'm working on now is long combination stuff. I want to pull the big shit. That shit is fun. That's the challenge. I look at this every day as a challenge. If you pull an open deck, it's a challenge because you get to use your brain. And that's one thing I've always loved about it is if there's a problem, you get to solve it. And that's one thing I love about it. Just solve the problem, right? Yeah. Yeah, once you get used to being at home for a while, it's kind of like you don't want to go back, but I mean, I love it. I went home for 6 months to try to do local, and I couldn't do it. I hated every moment of it.
it was like, eh, it was okay. It was okay for what it was, but it was full of like dry good reefer, mainly reefer to like grocery stores, and I couldn't. Like I was pulling it out of a distribution center to go to individual grocery stores, and like it was easy work. It was simple. I didn't have a problem with the work. It was the schedule, and it was crappy. Like the schedule itself sucked. So that's why I kind of got out of that, come back over the road. I worked for an L. Yeah, I just don't like sitting around. That's one thing I hated about it. I don't like sitting around. I can't stand sitting in a dock. I can't stand sitting around at a place or waiting or anything like that. Like what I do now, I can pull into a dealer, like an equipment dealer, and I can unload myself. And when I go pick up, most of the time I'm loading myself. Like I can load myself, I can unload myself. I've done it. I've done a lot. I can operate dozers and a lot. So funny thing, actually, my wife got me a Kindle for Christmas, and I've actually been reading a little bit because like I play like video games during like the weekends. I don't stream it because it eats my data. Um, but I play video games during the weekends, but I have this rule to where during the week when I'm working, I don't play video games because I'll be up too late or I won't be able to like I won't keep track of time, and it could be like 3 or 4 in the morning, and then I got to go to work the next day, and it's not a good thing, especially when I haven't slept, you know. So I made a rule where I don't play video games during the week. I only play on the weekends when I'm on my 34, and then I'll like read during the week. So I've actually picked up reading again, um, but I've been reading a lot of like historical things. So I'm reading stuff like on Titanic. I'm like obsessed with Titanic. Not sure why I'm obsessed with Titanic. I've always been obsessed with Titanic. I think since I was a kid. It was a very interesting boat, and it sucks that such a magnificent boat sank on its very first voyage. It's like that's a waste. Oh, really? So you're like into the crime stuff? That's cool. I kind of watch like I listen to a lot of true crime stuff, like true crime podcasts and videos and stuff like that when I'm riding, like driving down the road. So, so I've been trying out this Texas speech. So you guys are helping me out with the Texas speech stuff. It's pretty awesome. It's been a minute since I actually um, tried this, and it actually will help if I do streams on the road or whatever. So, like if I'm driving or something like that, I'm going to try to start doing those like on the road streams. Um, it seems like live streaming is a little better than doing long form video content. Plus, I don't have a lot of time these days to do a lot of editing. I used to do long form video content on YouTube, so I just thought I'd just live stream to Twitch and YouTube and see how it goes. You know, it just seems like I can do hours. People can hang out or whatever. You know. Usually they don't care about anything. Like as long as you're not doing anything illegal, they don't care. And it's not like disparaging to the company. I try to usually act in a professional manner. But also, I learned a long time ago that don't film your truck as far as your company name and your truck number because people will try to do anything to get you in trouble. Even if you're not doing anything wrong, they want to get you in trouble. Not saying anybody is doing it now, but I learned my lesson a long time ago with that because there's people out there that just want to see you suffer. That's crazy. Internet's also full of some cool people too. I met some really neat people over the internet. Um, I actually invited a few of my internet friends to my wedding last year, and they came. And um, one of them, It's the first time I'd ever met him in person, and he was actually really cool guy, fun to hang out with. He went with us to hang out and for a bachelor party and stuff like that. So we partook in the cigars and stuff like that. That was fun. After our rehearsal dinner, we also partook in cigars again. I got a couple friends that like puffing on cigars, and I don't mind one every now and then. And just give me a whiskey with it. I like it. I don't like inhale. I just puff them. It's for the taste, really. Yeah. I thought about pipes. I don't know. Was it like sweet tobacco? Because I'm not like. I did hookahs for a bit. Like I used to, like when I was younger, like in my early 20s or mid 20s, we would go to hookah lounges and stuff like that and just hang out and like do hookah. It was like a molasses like tobacco that you would stick in there, and then you of course you covered the like they covered it with aluminum foil over the top, poked holes in the aluminum foil, and instead of hot charcoal, like a couple hot charcoal on top of it, and then like as you pulled it, like it fired the tobacco and whatever, It's interesting. But I never tried pipe tobacco. I didn't know, so I don't know how that is. It's quite. Oh yeah, a little sweet. I thought about that. I did the vaping thing for a bit, but now I got I dip tobacco, so I do chewing. Like I guess you call it chewing tobacco, but it's like smokeless. I don't chew it. It just kind of hangs out, is what it does. I know it's a bad habit. I should quit, but I've been doing it for a long time. Excuse me, a long time. Oh, excuse me. Whew. Like I got the burps or some shit. There, let me turn my light on. Maybe you guys can see me then. I got a red light that I use. It helps with night vision, so you don't lose your night vision. That's technically why cops have red lights in the interior of their cars. Ah, yes. Ah, there it is. I was looking for it. Found it. Yeah. It's never. Yeah, it's not. I don't know. It's not for everybody, Well, I've been doing that for a while, so that's what I do. I think I first started that when I was 13, 14 years old. And that's when I first started dipping tobacco and stuff like that. But that's okay. Like everybody's got their vice. I got off the alcohol. Like I like a good whiskey every now and then, but I don't like drink like I used to. I used to drink like a fish. Like this was well before I started driving trucks. Like when I got out of the military, I was a wreck. So like I was a high functioning alcoholic technically when I was in the military. It was not fun. I mean, it was fun when you were drunk, and then when you had the hangover, it wasn't fun anymore. But that's how it goes, unfortunately. Having a hangover really sucked, but I quit. When I got out of the military, I think I drank up until I was about 24 years old, and I looked at the bottle one day and I said, I don't need this no more. And I actually put it down. And I stopped drinking a lot. Like, I wouldn't pick up any alcohol. I decided that I wasn't going to drink anymore. And I had I had a friend that actually convinced me to go trucking. So, oh, that's crazy. It is. It is crazy, man. Like what we do to ourselves when we're getting that like a really depressed state of mind is you get addicted to something. And thank God I never got into drugs. I couldn't do it, man. I watched what drugs did to so many people, man. I had so many people that I talked to and that I knew that were on drugs, and it ruined their lives. Their families like disowned them, or their families were trying to help them. They were swearing off the help. It sucked, dude. It really sucked. It was not. It wasn't pretty. I'm just glad I never got into that. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth losing everything you got just for a fix of something. I was homeless twice in my life. The first time I was homeless was when I got out of the military, and then I moved back to my home state. So I actually had to move in with my parents for a bit. After I got out, and they were living in North Carolina at the time, and very true, very true, very very true. And I know it's like, but I mean when I got out, I moved to North Carolina, moved in with my parents for a bit. And that was the first time I was kind of in between homes. But I was homeless and needed a place to stay when I moved back to my home state, and I moved out of my parents' place because we didn't see eye to eye on some things. But this was, mind you, when I was like 21, 22 years old, and then I was homeless for a bit, got a job. I would actually ride a bicycle across the city every day to go to work, and then I found a apartment that was like not that far from where I was working. It was cheap, and I lived there for quite a bit. And then I started gradually getting better jobs. And then just one day I had a buddy that said, "Hey, you should go trucking." And I made myself homeless for a second time to do this. I gave myself no option to fail because I had nothing to go back to. I literally took everything out of my apartment, everything I owned, I put it in a storage unit that I rented with like the last few bucks that I had. Like, did all that, and then I went and did this, and I gave myself no option to fail, and here I am. I've been doing it ever since, and I'm grateful for what I got. I got a wonderful wife. I got 2 kids. I got a house on a little bit of land. Like, I still pay on it. I still owe on it, but I'm getting there. And I got my first ever finance pickup truck that I didn't have to send back. I actually paid it off year before last. Year before last. Oh, it was year before last year, yeah. So I paid it off early, and got some, getting some money set back for retirement. I'm trying to set myself up. I'm trying to set my kids up too, but I'm also trying to build a business at the same time. So, believe it or not, rates are coming back. Um, Rates are actually getting a lot better than they used to be. They actually turned to like pre 2018 levels. It's very nice to see. Brokers are losing their shit. And I say to that, I welcome all the brokers to lose their shit. Welcome to what we've been going through the last 5 years. The last 5 years we've been getting shafted. And ever since 2018, 2019 were probably the best years in trucking. We were making money. Things were great. The economy was booming. And then when Corona hit, it was like, well, this sucks. We were still getting decent rates during Corona. The highways were empty. That was awesome. I didn't have to deal with dumb people. And then it was like after that, with current like after Corona, it's like all the foreigners came in and they started saturating the industry and taking things for real cheap. And then you had some shady brokers. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. Yeah, it was bad. But like the brokers were really killing us for quite a while. Like you couldn't find, I think you couldn't find freight for anything over like $2 a mile, and that was $2 a mile on the rate. Like two to 225. You were lucky to get 250. But like hell, now brokers are like, please haul my load, so they're like taking losses and they're pissing customers off too. No, I can't. And like you can't make any money doing that shit. It sucks. And it's like now they're reaping what they've sown. They've sown that cheap freight crap to where nobody wants to haul their stuff, and all their customers are now dealing direct with carriers, and that's pissing them off. Good riddance is what I say. I mean, brokers are cool. Don't get me wrong. Some of them are really good. Some of them are reasonable. Some of them give you a decent rate. But now they're wanting to like haul from Jersey to California. I was reading a subreddit the other day for the freight brokers. And I was reading their subreddit the other day, and they are like losing their shit. I posted a load for this month, like I think it was like $4,800 to go from Jersey to California. And I'm sitting here like, yeah, that's not terrible for a cross country run, but from Jersey to California is at least a 4-day run. And you're wanting to pay me $1,000, $1,000 or $1,100 a day, something like that, to go from Jersey to California to run your dry van load. Luckily, I don't pull dry van. It's just ridiculous. I would say at least with that kind of a run, that's at least like a $6,500 or a $6,800 run to do a 4-day run, because I could go out here and haul 3 loads and bring home $12,000, $13,000 as far as gross revenue to my truck every week. So, and that's all on equipment. I could do 3 loads and do like 10 to 12, sometimes 13, 14,000. No. And that's why, that's why the foreigners are trying to get in our side of the industry, because they're like, oh, money. And, those guys will work for cheap, while the broker that's, their whatever he is, probably could be like his buddy or family member or something like that of the drivers. And they're making a killing, while those guys that they're working for peanuts, but that's like the most money they've ever made. And that's where I think like the biggest mistake is having it saturate our whole industry, saturated with people who were like not familiar with the wages. And it's not that I have anything against foreigners. It's just like I don't care if you want to do this. That's great. Just understand the industry a little bit before you be like, oh, this is the best money I've ever made. I get it, probably the most money you've ever seen, but that's kind of driving the rates and stuff down and driving the pay down for the rest of us, and we're not, those of us who need that money, like that extra money to live, Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a big safety thing. There's safety hazards. Like I said, it's mainly the foreign guys that are coming in, getting on domiciled CDLs, trying to thwart the test so they can go to work in a truck, and they can't understand, and they don't know how to drive a truck, and they're killing people. It's like, okay, this is not good. It's like that one Indian guy that didn't even have a driver's license. Like, he didn't have a CDL, and he was driving a truck in Florida and did a U-turn on the Florida Turnpike and killed a family of 3. Because they ran right into him. And there was a foreign guy that was in Austin, Texas, that slammed in the back of, I think there was 6 or 7 vehicles because he didn't even attempt to stop, just slammed in the back of all these people. And he killed 2 people and injured 5. And he didn't even go to jail. They dropped the charges because on a technicality, the court had to drop the charges on the technicality because they were charging him with an intoxication, like driving it like a DWI, and they were trying to get him for like intoxicated manslaughter, stuff like that. And they had to drop the charges because he wasn't under the influence of anything. He wasn't under the influence at all. And I'm like sitting here like, okay, technicality, I get that, but how is it that a guy that has came into the industry that doesn't speak the language, that doesn't understand how to drive the truck, that literally is not paying attention, probably playing on his phone with his feet on the dash, how is it that he gets to walk away to where if one of us as a citizen or an English speaker or even Canadians that are coming down, hardworking people, if we did that same thing, how is it that we would get nailed to the cross and put through the ringer and burned at the stake for it? Versus now it's just like, how are these folks that are coming in from other countries that don't know our industry, that don't know how to drive a truck, that can't speak our language, that don't understand anything and don't understand our rules on the road and driving and stuff like that? How is it that they get to walk free if they do something serious like that, and the rest of us that have been doing it and we've lived here and all that stuff and understand the rules, if something like that happened, we would get nailed to that. We would get burned at the stake and nailed to the cross. I don't understand how that's even possible that all these other people can get away with that. That was the golden days of trucking, man. That's like the golden years right there. That was prime trucking. Everybody loved that time. Now, then it went from Schneider to Swift. Swift was absolutely ridiculous. They were like the laughing stock of the entire industry at one point. And then Knight came in and bought them. So Knight owns Swift, if you're not aware, if you haven't been keeping up. So Knight owns Swift and US Express now. And they've owned Swift for quite a few years. They bought them. So they're like Knight Swift, but now they own US Express. They just bought US Express not long ago. And they actually changed it around, and I'm like, wow, Swift isn't the laughing stock of the industry anymore. Now it's UPS and FedEx. So it's like, okay, because there's still all the pictures and the memes out there. Everybody's like, oh, Swift. It's no longer Swift. It's FedEx and UPS. And ever since like the Indian guys have been coming over and screwing shit up, not knowing how to drive and doing very dangerous shit, now they're the laughing stock of the industry. People make fun of Indians all the time. It's not like it's a racial thing. It's just like it's more of a competence thing, from what I can tell. I try not to bring race in the mix on anything. Yeah. What is it like? What did you used to work for, like Pam or Western Express? Which one was it? But I started out with TMZ. That was my very first company. Are they still in business? I haven't seen them out. There's a lot of old companies that I know that are around. I've noticed here lately, I've been keeping up with the industry, and as far as the market and stuff goes, I've been watching the freight market. Freight market's coming back. I've been noticing the change. Also, with my everyday work. But I've noticed here lately, but reading the non-mainstream media, which is more of like the niche logistics news, a lot of the old companies that have been out here for a long time are actually ceasing operations overnight. Like there's been a lot of companies that have been around for 50, 60, 70 years, and they just can't stay afloat anymore, and they're out. They're closing the doors. Like Montgomery Transport, they were around for a long time, and they just closed their doors last year. And Dasky, they owned a lot of like flatbed and specialized companies. They just sold out to T-Force last year for over $1 billion. And I'm sitting here like, oh, it must be nice. But I mean, I guess it kind of goes that way. It goes that way. It sucks. It sucks to see good companies go down the drain because they can't afford to operate. Now there was, if you've ever heard of R&R, I hope not. I hope not. Like, don't put that bad juju on us. Don't put that bad juju on us. We've been hoping that the mega carriers won't take over. I mean, your big mega carriers right now are out there: Air England, Knight Swift, U.S. Express, which is now a Knight company. I think I said Air England. Prime's a big one. Western Express is another big one. All them big companies, man. There's your big players right there. And it's horrible. I have a buddy right now that works for Prime, and he is getting sent to the ringer. He's not getting money. Like, they're taking his money. They're charging him for every little thing that they can charge him for, even though he's a company driver. There was one week he took home like $240. I'm sitting here like, how the fuck are you making $240? He goes, well, they're taking money. Maybe. I haven't seen England around a lot lately either, so I don't know what's up with them. But it's like you don't want these guys to screw drivers. But the crappy part is they've made it to where the mega carriers are the place to go if you want to get started in the industry. You give them a little bit of your time and they give you a CDL. Basically, they teach you how to drive a truck. They'll get you your CDL, but you got to dedicate time to them or pay them money. But it's like they got these guys by the balls. It used to be a blessing. Now it's a curse because some of these companies are taking advantage of these drivers. And it's like I said, my buddy said he was getting like 200. He got 200 some bucks one week. I was like, that's not livable. They can't do that. They took your money. They can't do that. And because if it's like well below minimum wage, they can't take their money. They can't do that. That's not legal. And then miraculously one week you got like a $1,400 paycheck. I'm sitting here like, okay, they're playing with your money. Not cool. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's taking advantage of these drivers, and these guys don't know any better. They just want to get in the industry, and they're happy to go drive a truck. They're like, oh, man, I'm doing this cool thing. I'm driving a truck. It's cool, And then they don't know. They don't know what the normal pay is like. They're still young and naive to the industry. And it's like, I remember when my old man was doing this, because I'm a second generation driver. It wasn't nothing for him to be walking around with like 10 grand in his pocket at all times. Hell, it's like the guys back then were making a couple $100,000 a year, owner operators. Take home, they were making a couple $100,000 a year, and that was good back then. That was like excellent money back in the day. Now we're lucky to make anything close to 100. If you're with a good company, you're like 100, maybe 150 if you're local. It sucks. It sucks. Like, why does the local guy get more then the guy is over the road and is away from his family. Not bagging on the local guys. I mean, I get it. You know, the guys that are local pull their time and stuff like that. Like if they've been in it for a while. I know there's a lot of guys that are getting into the industry. They're like, I'm going to go over the road for like 2 years, and now I'm going local. And I'm sitting here like, that's bullshit. I've been sitting here busting my ass for 11 years over the road, and you get to go do a cushy local job and say you make more than me? That's bullshit. Like, why? You know? Like, what's up with these? What's up with these things, man? I can't ever run a team. I will not. There's very few people in this world that I trust in my life. And I cannot trust a guy that I don't know to drive down the road and not freaking kill me. I couldn't do it. I had to run teams when I trained, because I trained guys after my first year and a half. I would train guys. I trained guys and went through all 4 seasons and all that. Trained them how to flatbed, trained them how to drive. And those guys were good drivers, but it was sometimes hard to sleep, teaming with them. Yeah, no, yeah, that guy's trying to fucking kill you. Might be a nice dude, but I don't trust him. I don't. They could be the nicest guy in the world, and I'm like, no. That's why I've been doing solo. I know a guy right now is doing teams out in California with like his family or something, like it's like his cousin, I think he was talking about. It's either his cousin or his brother. And he's like, oh, it's so awesome. I'm making more money now than I ever have. And I'm sitting here like, yeah, good luck to you, buddy. I can't do it. There's no way. You could not pay me enough to sit in a truck and be sleeping while another dude is driving. No. And I'm sure it'd be vice versa for some guys. And some guys, like I've seen guys out here do it, and some of them don't care. They're just like, all right, I'm making money. And it's like, I got to be in a truck while it's moving, and I have to be able to sleep. And so I'm sitting here like, no. Right? Either that or you fucking don't wake up at all and you're dead because the guy didn't roll the truck or something, It's crazy. No. Yeah. No. Not, no. Ooh, no. No. Not my thing. I just can't. Cattle hauling's another thing that I thought about doing one time. I see how their lifestyle is. I can't do it. They don't sleep. They can run for 3 days solid and don't sleep. And the one secret that they do, the reason why they do it and how they're able to do it is high-speed toothpicks. And if you are an old school guy, you'll know what a high-speed toothpick is. No, I'm not going to put my body through that kind of abuse, and I'm not going to take a chance on doing high-speed toothpicks. It messes with people. Getting kicked by bulls, I'm good. I talked to a dude who did it for a while. He was in flatbed, and we got talking. He's like, I got kicked by a bull before. He's like, it broke my jaw in 5 places. I'm sitting here like, you're an idiot. He's like, oh, it's good money, this and that. I made more money than hauling cattle than I ever did doing this. Sitting here like, well, there's a reason why you're not doing it now. I couldn't do it. I thought about it. It's good money. Don't get me wrong. Good money. There's a lot of good money in it. And they're like the last of the cowboys. They do a lot of outlaw shit. But Because once they get going, they have exemptions. They don't have to run e-logs. They have exemptions, and they run as fast as they can run. They run as hard as they run. And because that livestock has to be off that trailer within like 24 hours. But rule number one, if you're not a bull hauler, don't take a toothpick from a bull hauler. Just don't. Unless you want to be up for 3 days, don't take a toothpick from a bull hauler. Right? Yeah. I know a lot of those pig farmers out there. They send them to the pork processing plants and stuff. It's just not it's not good to haul livestock, really. I mean, I'm sure there's money in it. I'm sure there's guys who love doing it, but it's a really shitty job, quite literally and also figuratively. It's like, why? Why do you want to put yourself through this torture? I mean, some guys love it. I, on the other hand, hats off. I can't do it. This is why you got to be crazy to do my job anyway. To sit here and pull what I pull, to sit here and pull all this big equipment around, and that can either turn you over, come forward and slam in the back of your cab, and possibly kill you. I mean, anything that can come forward at any moment and kill you. And that's why I try to secure things to a point to where it's, right? Yeah, them things are loud. They cackle a lot when you hit the jakes. But I couldn't, I can't, there's no way that I could actually, do anything else within what I do. You got to be crazy to do this job that I do now. You got to be crazy as shit. This is the one that's set in front of something that at any moment could come forward and possibly kill you. So that's why I say I like to secure it to where it's like it's not going anywhere. But I was always told that it doesn't matter what part of the industry you're in and what you're doing as far as trucking goes. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Every time you turn the key, it's like a 95% mortality rate. I told that to one of my buddies, and he goes, well, I guess every time you turn the key is a mortality rate. I said, no, that's why I never turn the truck off. So I don't have to turn the key. That's my joke. But, right? That's the workaround. It's a loophole. It's a loophole. I don't know. I love this job. I've loved this job for as many years as I've been doing it. I fell in love with flatbed. I fell in love with doing this job. It is fun. I know some people view it as, oh, it's just a job. I view it, it's a lifestyle. Trucking's a lifestyle. And it's sad that a lot of these people are not understanding the trucking culture. Like, trucking culture is dying. CB culture died. When the cell phone came along, CB culture died. Nobody really uses CB anymore. It's so sad. It sucks. Yeah, because they had the bag phone, the car phone. Those things weren't worth a shit anyway. Guys were still using payphones and pump quarters and payphones to call dispatch and their families and stuff. It's so sad. So sad how it went. I kind of miss the more simpler times. I miss the 90s. I miss all that time. Not like the state of the country that it's currently in sucks. Like, as far as all the madness and craziness and people defying things and stuff like that, it's really sad to see. Like, what's up with it? What's going on with America? It's like we're all gone stupid or something. Like I said, I miss the more simpler times. I wish it was more simple. I miss it. Wish everybody got along. Yeah, right. I'm with you. Like, what's going on? Like, what's up with the world? It's like everybody used to be about community and caring about their neighbors and getting along with everybody. And I mean, yeah, you had disputes here and there, but now it's like nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. I'm gonna go back to my sleeper here. Oh, I gotta plug my phone in. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Oh, I gotta give my dog some more water. I got my puppy dog with me. He's rode with me his whole life. That's so sad. It's like, what's right? Hold on a sec. Oh, I need to figure out a way to mount this thing in the back. It don't work. Sorry, you're gonna see a light for a minute. Oh, I am not like the most professional of live streamers. Come here. Here. Can you get some water? Yeah. He's doing his fluffy dog thing. It sucks having a long-haired dog in a truck because he sheds a shit ton. Been a minute. What are you doing, puppy dog? He must be thirsty. He always acts like he's dying of thirst, even though his water bowl's always full. Try to keep his food bowl full so he can eat anytime he wants. Yeah, it's crazy how this industry's going. Really hope it's starting to turn around. I really hope it starts turning around a lot better than it is now, because we need it. We really need it. Because if we don't have it anytime soon, we're like, I don't know how much longer anybody's going to have a job at a small carrier. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Get up here. Come on. Get up here. Here you go. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. There you go. There's puppy dog. He's puppy dogging. I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to take this in this industry. If drivers stop moving, the economy's screwed. Rail can only do but so much. You got to have drivers to drive it. Now, I think what it is just contracts. I work for a small carrier now. I work for small carriers. Small carriers are way better. They treat you better. They pay you better. They're there's a little bit more leeway with things. You get to do big boy things and make big boy decisions. Like, my boss lets me run like I'm an owner operator. The only thing I don't get to say on is what kind of freight I get, and I really don't care. Just give it to me, I'll haul it. You know, small carriers should be the bread and butter and be the backbone, and the big ones need to stop cutting rates so much. This rate cut, like all this rate cutting with big companies, is getting ridiculous. And that's what they've always done, though. That's the shit part. They've always done it. And I think it's bullshit. What the hell? Oh, I see. Correctly. Oh, interesting. Okay. Sorry, I was having some notifications on my phone. I hope they don't ever have to scale any small companies or anything like that. And I hope they never quit. I know a lot of companies like R&R, the R&R family of companies, they're in deep shit. They're out of Pennsylvania, but they had a few trucking companies. They did some real shady shit. They had like 65 million in like outstanding debt, and they didn't pay, and they had to shut down. They shut down overnight. They left all the drivers stranded, no fuel cards, no nothing, and they were trying to, like, these guys were trying to figure out a way to get home. They didn't help them get home. They left them stranded, telling them to pretty much leave the truck where it was. And it's like, yeah, well, it's sad. It shouldn't have to be that way. It's like the American truck driver gets shit on. Like all of us get shit on. We practically live in our trucks. We get shit on. It's like most of the time you get treated by places like second-class citizens. Luckily, I work with a lot of farmers and like ag dealers and stuff like that. Construction companies, they treat you pretty good. But it's like you get shit on by other places, you know? People look down on truck drivers for some reason. It's like, look, man, we bring you your shit. Show us a little bit more respect, you know? It used to be that everybody loved the American truck driver. Hell, they were making songs about trucking in like what the 80s and the 70s and the 90s and stuff like that. They don't really make trucking songs anymore. There's like now there is trucking songs nowadays that are made by truck drivers, but it's not like it used to be like just a regular old country artist is making songs about trucking, you know? Like trucking's gone by the wayside. People don't give a shit. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's like any Joe Schmo that wants to go drive a truck, he can go tomorrow and get him a brand new shiny Freightliner with a big company and go, I drive a truck now. I'm a truck driver. No. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of experience and a lot of like skill to be a truck driver. Anybody can hold a steering wheel. It takes a real skilled driver to be a truck driver. And I kind of stick by that old school shit. Like, I'm all about old school. I learned from all the old guys that are still in the industry, that are on their way out, but I learned a lot from them guys. Because you can tell what guy is, like, knows his shit and a guy that's bullshitting you. And a lot of these new guys, they don't know the difference. That's why, like, my best advice to a new guy is go and be able to sift through the bullshit and understand that some of this information that you're getting could be bullshit, but you can tell what's genuine and what's not. You just have to be a good judge of character and a good judge at being able to pick out what's good and what's not. Because I've had some drivers that are like, well, this driver said this and this and that. I was like, no, that's not how it is. It's like also like one thing I hate is some of these YouTube guys that drive truck are depicting us like we're just always pissed off, and we're not pissed off. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy crap that happens on the road, but it's like being a driver. We're not always angry. We're not always dicks. We're not trying to kill nobody. We're just trying to do our job. We're trying to go down the road, trying to get things from point A to point B safely, and get back home to our families. And that's where I think people have a disconnect there. They're so, quick. Nowadays, it's all about people wanting to get insurance payouts and, the truck's going to hit me, so I'm going to get a hell of a payday. Why? That's insurance fraud. There's a lot of people doing that nowadays. And they're putting... Yeah. Right. I don't know. Like I think it is. I think it's for clicks and clout. It's what it is. That's what I feel like it is. Like I've seen there's this one big popular freaking heavy hauler guy that's a joke. He's not a heavy hauler. Like he's a guy that let's tear shit up guy. because that seems to be all he's doing in his videos is tearing shit up. And then he thinks it's funny. Then he blames it on somebody else. It's like, dude, you tore it up. It's your fault. You fucked it up. Why aren't you taking responsibility for something you fucked up? And that's like giving guys this image of the industry of like, oh, well, if I fuck up, it's okay. It's not okay. You want to do everything you can to do the best job you can do and do it right every time. It's because you may not get a second chance. It's life or death. Then you got other guys that are given really bad information. They're new guys. Like there was this one dude who got out of trucking because he was a big YouTube trucker, but he was like he's working for one of those like Ukrainian companies or something like that. And he was big on YouTube for a bit. And he was like giving people wrong information, blatantly giving them wrong information. People were correcting him, and he was telling us we were wrong. And I'm sitting here like, why? Why are you giving these new guys really bad information? Why are you steering them the wrong way? Yeah. But there's still accountability. Unless you, I don't know. That's we're kind of treading politics territory right there, and I try not to get into that too much. It's really like, but like as good as I do, if these guys come in and they fuck up and they hurt somebody or kill somebody, it's not just, oh well, insurance will take care of it. That's real charges. That's jail time, prison time. And somebody's got to, they got to live with that for the rest of their lives. They killed someone. Whether they know it's not a game. This profession is not a game. And a lot of guys come into it like, I'm going to make big stacks and I'm going to make all this money and I'm going to get rich. You don't get rich in trucking. You live comfortable in trucking, but you don't get rich in trucking. Unless you own a company, you don't get rich in trucking. You know. And all these guys on YouTube make it look so easy. They get to start a company. It's like, went from this to this, and I'm a millionaire now. It's like, yeah, but you forgot the steps in between where you were fucking pinching pennies and eating ramen for dinner every night. They just show all the glam. They don't show the hardship. Yeah. Yep. You don't. It's not all about that Hollywood lifestyle. It's never been about that. This is blue collar work. That's blue collar work. That's what we do. It's something we do to support our families. My guy. I don't know. It kind of sounds like me like dying. I don't know. There you go. Didn't work. I'm horrible. See? I tried. Give me effort here. Give me effort. He's probably like, I'm going to clip this, and now this guy's retarded or something. I don't know. I am a bit ridiculous. Jesus Christ. I appreciate you, man. Sweet. That was the first YouTube comment I've got all night. The trade shouldn't be treated as a way to get rich, and they shouldn't shit all over the industries or the trades. Like technically trucking's a trade too, you know. It's a skill. It's skilled labor. But people think, oh, it's so easy to drive a truck. You can't. Right? There you go. Jesus. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a cat. I am allergic, so I couldn't tell you. I feel like cats are assholes. Some people are like, oh, they're great. I'm like, I don't know. They're like assholes. Cats hate me. I don't like cats. But to each their own. I can't judge. I hear you. They're good eating. Oh my gosh, a guy. Are you you're not like Vietnamese or Chinese where they eat the street cats, are you? I don't know. From what I heard, that's what they do. Like in China, that's like culture. They'll like eat all the stray dogs and cats. It's weird. Sitting here like I can't eat man's best friend nor a cat. Just saying. Although from what I've heard in Chinese restaurants in the states here, it's you wouldn't know because apparently Chinese restaurants have been caught substituting chicken for cat or dog. Right? That's crazy. Oh my god. That's crazy, dude. I couldn't do it. I don't know. Maybe we all have eaten a cat or a dog at one point and didn't know it. Although I've gotten some really like one time I got really gnarly food poisoning off of a restaurant I ate at over the road and it sucked. It was not fun. I was curled up in a truck for 2 days trying not to puke my guts up and shit my brains out. My guy, are you trolling right now? I miss having good food. I mean, I cook on the road. I actually have a way to cook. I do cook. But I feel like nowadays everything's so ultra processed and it's all fast food on the road and there's like the sit down restaurant or diner inside of a truck drive on a truck stop. Oh, I hear you. Look at that. Appreciate that. Thank you. Made my day. Yeah, I wish that I wish the diners are dying, man. It sucks. There's no such thing as yeah, that's crazy. Those are dying. It's all being taken over by like Wendy's, Arby's, McDonald's, Burger King's, Subway's, Chester's Chicken, Popeyes. Like that's pretty much everything in a truck stop now. You rarely like Country Prides and Iron Skillets are going away. Now it's all like Sbarro's, Taco Bell's, all that kind of crap in truck stops. Pilots don't even have their things. They don't have it where it's like a sit down restaurant. I think the last pilot I sat in that had a sit down restaurant was in Oregon, and now it's gone. Now it's closed. It's gone. It's no more. And I tried to find little places here and there that's got truck parking that are like little mom and pop like diners because there's actually diners out there that have truck parking. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's like it's all travel centers now. It's not truck stops, it's travel centers. Like they don't care. They're just like screw the American truck driver, screw the truck driver in general, it doesn't matter. We're going to put in this because people want fast food. And then they wonder why there's an obesity epidemic in the trucking industry. I don't know, here's your sign. It's crazy. Now, the Iowa 80, on the other hand, in Iowa, that's the world's largest truck stop. If anybody knows, or anybody's been by there, or you plan to go out that way, stop by. Not a bad place. We call that Trucking Mecca. At least some of us do. Not all of us do. I call it Trucking Mecca. It's like to do a pilgrimage to Iowa 80 as a truck driver. That's like one thing it's like a bucket list thing for a driver. Biggest chrome shop I've ever seen. And they have a sit-down restaurant that's open 24 hours a day. And I like it because they actually serve decent food there. Not very many of those left. The Kinley, I think, also has something similar to an Iron Skillet. They also have a sit-down restaurant, but they're like an Iowa 80 chain. Oak Grove 70 does not. Joplin 44, I think they have one. What are you doing, Puppy? There's Puppy. See, he's little guy. What? Yeah, I'm talking about you, little guy. You little guy. But, like, that's gone the way of the dodo, man. There's just one little stop I like to go to out in Hayburn, Idaho, on the way up through Idaho into Oregon there. It's called the Wayside Cafe. It's down the street from a Love's. Has truck parking. Probably some of the best breakfast I've ever had on the road. I mean, there's some good places, but I don't think really anything will top that because it was good. Now, there's the little hidden gems here in Minnesota, too, that I've been to. There was a little breakfast place, me and a buddy of mine, we kind of stumbled upon it. We wanted it. We wanted breakfast. It was like later in the day, like close to noon, lunchtime. He's like, oh, let's get lunch. I was like, I want breakfast. He's like, yeah, that probably hit the spot. So we found a breakfast place and went. It's like a little mom and pop hole in the wall. And we drove up in the truck. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's. I don't know if they have a 50 style there still, but yeah, it's a good place. Good place. But we actually, like I said, we discovered this place in Minnesota, and we went there, and I tell you, the biscuits and gravy were to freaking die for. They were good. Oh my God, food was good. I got they had fresh corned beef hash. I like corned beef hash. I'm a big fan. And they actually used a hollandaise sauce they were underneath my eggs. So it was like eggs and the corned beef hash, and they had like potatoes, like fresh potatoes and stuff that they like quartered. I think it was either diced or quartered. And they did it with onions, like caramelized onions and stuff like that. Oh, it's so good. So good. Food's good, man. I love food. You would think I'm going to be like well overweight, like 400 pounds. I don't even weigh that. I weigh like close to 200 pounds, and that's it. I try to eat healthy. I mean, I'll eat like shit every now and then, but it's so good. It's hard to find good ham anymore, though. Like I said, everything's so ultra processed. I started eating out of my truck. I said, hell with eating this truck stop shit. It's crazy. I miss 10 years ago. 10 years ago was good. There's a lot of cool stuff you could discover 10 years ago. I went hiking a couple times. And while I've been out here, I've been hiking. I've hiked the Rockies and stuff like that. It was pretty good. Yeah. I'm so tired of that. Can we just go back to something that's clean? It used to be that communities, like farmers in communities, especially rural communities, they would like care for the community and everybody ate good because it was like locally raised, no bullshit. Everybody got fresh meats. You had butchers. Like, I was lucky to find a butcher close to my house that is reasonable freaking prices, way better than the store prices, less bullshit in the meats, and they make they cut a lot of shit fresh there every day. And that's where I go now. I try to eat as clean as I can eat. I don't want all the extra bullshit. Tired of just all this bullshit in my food. It's like everybody's dying from cancers and stuff like that. It's not worth it anymore. It's just, what are we paying for, to die? Are we paying for the convenience of dying? It's horrible. I would rather it go back to the old way where, we lived off of our community farms and grew everything. Yeah. No, we don't. Better off just going back to the old way of doing shit and raising it yourself. Which I've seen, like, people in Arizona are going back to putting chickens and shit in their yard. Because, a lot of the stuff in Arizona, like, yeah, it's a desert, but everybody's got green grass in their yards, so they're letting chickens graze in their yards. You got, like, chicken coops, getting fresh eggs, fresh chicken, all that good stuff. So it's like, I already talked to my wife. We're already starting to plan raising our own pigs and raising goats for milk and chickens and all that stuff. Yeah, it's probably the best way to do it. Do some rabbit stew. Probably the best way to go about it, really. Go back to doing it yourself so you know what's in it. Growing a garden. A lot of people are starting to do greenhouses. Can't do that on the road quite. Can't quite do that, unfortunately, but I can at least have something. I try to. Everybody's like, oh, organic is the way to go. No, I mean, that's still got shit in it. Trust. I try to, like, we're starting to do, like, make our own cheeses, make our own bread, make our own, like, grow our own food, all that kind of stuff. It's, like, it's a lot better. And plus, learn how to can it. You can preserve it. So whatever you harvest, you can still eat. So it's just crazy. It's crazy how it goes. Oh yeah, yeah. When you start making it yourself, it's a lot better. It's some people are like, oh, I know a lot of people are getting into the sourdough stuff, and they're like, oh yeah, it's way better than a store. Well, yeah, because you made it with your own two hands. You know what's in it. It's not a lot of bullshit. Oh shit! Hold on. There we go. No, I mean, it's just like, you know what's in it. You know what you're doing. You know exactly. It's just simple ingredients. Sourdough, or making your own white bread, or making your own cheeses. Like, you could make your own farmhouse cheddar for cheap. Yes, it takes a little bit of work, but like, so many days you got fresh cheese. You can make fresh mozzarella, like, and don't even have to age it. It's there. It's fresh mozzarella cheese. And it's simple. It's so simple to make. But everybody's so used to convenience that nobody knows how to do anything. And I think a lot of the generation, like the younger generations, are coming together now, and they're going, we need to go back to this better way. Like, it's hard work. It's the old way of doing stuff, but it's a better way of doing it. That's my opinion, really, But it's hard to get any good food on the road. Yeah. Yeah, if you grind it yourself, it's good. I mean, you got your own mill. I think they have, like, these little hand mills now that you can get and do it yourself instead of having, like, doing it on a big scale, I miss the old way of doing shit. I think it's coming back. It's making a comeback. Yeah, yeah, it's worth it. Hell, the wife bought a slicer for cheap. She got one for like $50, and it was like one of those really big high-end industrial ones that somebody was getting rid of. So we got one of those. So anything we do now, like we live a lot off of deer too, so a lot of whitetail, and we get like a couple of those a year and put them in the freezer, and we actually eat off of that. It's actually healthier for you. And my wife says, "Oh, rabbits are they don't get a lot of meat off them." Yeah, but they're still good. It's good for you. How do you think everybody else was eating way back in the day? Like way back in the times well before we had it, what we got now. They were killing rabbits and deer and eating those and eating bear. And a lot of people say, "Oh, I can't eat bear." Bear is easy to cook if you know how to cook it. Bear is good for stew meat. The best thing to do is you gotta slow cook it in water for like 2 hours, and then you drain that, and you get all the grease and the fat and stuff off of it, and then you put it back in there with like a broth and put all your vegetables and stuff in there to make a stew, and you slow cook it for another 4 hours, and then you got meat that falls apart and is good for you. And I think it's better to eat like off the land like that, like off of wildlife. It's way better for you, in my opinion. But so everybody's been all about convenience this whole time. It's if you Yeah, yeah. A lot of people, like I said, they're trapping and shooting things, and a lot of people eat squirrel. Or squirrel's not terrible to eat. It's just not a lot of meat there. Rabbit's pretty decent for you. Um, Chicken, as long as you raise it yourself, is good. Um, Turkey, wild turkey's good. Deer, a lot of people are going for elk out west. Elk's got a lot of meat, so that's really viable. Some of the antelope. Um, then you got some of that raised bison that people are starting to get, but it's hard to get a hold of bison because they're endangered species or whatever, and they're trying to repopulate them. And I'm okay with that. Then, of course, you got the predators. You got wolves and coyotes and stuff like that, but they're not. You don't eat those, right? Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people saying that it's not as good. The wild hogs aren't as good. It's like a really nasty meat. They say when they kill them. So I don't know. It's not like your normal pig. See, it's kind of like stuff I wish that I could do on the road that I can't do it. It's just you don't have a way to do it. Like I did try to start baking my own bread and stuff like that on the road, so I had my own bread every week. I would assume that. I mean, a lot of people like to hang them for a few days and rinse them out and get all the blood and shit out. So I don't know. Maybe if you prepare it right, it could be good. I miss I miss those days because we used to, like when I was a kid, we used to get like everything that we could get was like we either killed it and dressed it and packed it ourselves. So use the overheating protection. Okay, yeah, apply. Sure, thanks. I had to turn off all my things because apparently my device is overheating.
That's some bullshit.
There we go. I wouldn't call it quits just yet. Not just yet. You just gotta, if you know how to dress it yourself and do it yourself, it's pretty easy. It's not all that hard. Right? You're still young and spry. Hell, I got a cousin that's 52 and he's still going like he's 20. Just got to stay active if you can. And if you got something that makes it where you can, then that's a different story. Well, you could just make all the young ones come. The young ones come over and help you. Like, hey, come over here and do this. I'll teach you how to do it. Although I do got a buddy that lives in Georgia that actually he'll go and send his to a processing packing house, and they'll do it for him. Right? Get him out of the house for a little while. I think I'm tired enough now. I could probably go to bed. I don't know. Yeah, it's probably time. Probably about that time to go to bed. I got to be up in about 4 hours, so I think I'm going to call it there. Yeah, for sure. If you want to, be sure to give me a follow. I'll probably be live here later on. I don't know. Thought about it. I guess we'll see. So we'll talk to everybody later. Appreciate you guys watching and following. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for thank you for just hanging out with me. So we'll see you a little bit later on.